Hello, everyone. This is author, motivational speaker, and dating coach Matthew C. Horne. And I bring you a video tonight titled, Always Track a Woman's Biological Preference. It's brought to you by my books, How to Get Beautiful Women and Everything Else You Want from Life, in addition to How to Be Appealing to Successful Black Men for Black Women. They're both available at my website, www.matthewchorne.com. Get your copies. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and to continue to push me with the algorithm so I can continue to bring you these elevated messages. But let's get right to it. Always track a woman's biological preference. And the reality of being able to track a woman's biological preference, that means her raw desire for the type of man that she deems as her first choice. That's her biological man that she desires. And the only way to understand what this looks like or the existence of this is to become a man that is desired by many women so that you can see all sides of women. You have to become a man that's desired by many women so that you can see all sides of women. So this is not something that you wake up and fall into. This takes a discipline, a focus, a reverence, and a love for yourself. I can't say it any other way. And once you develop a love for yourself and once you discover things about yourself and you want the best for yourself, that's going to translate into a certain type of discipline. Okay, you're not going to stop until the picture that you see within regarding who you are becomes a tangible reality. And the bridge between the two is extreme discipline. Every dream, every endeavor, every vision of purpose that a man possesses, right? There is a level of discipline that is exactly tailored to whatever vision that you have for your life. And so once you make a decision that you're going to live a particular vision, live a particular purpose, then the way to get there is going to appear. That's called the discipline. And that's what we talked about. I had a coaching call a couple of days ago, right after Thanksgiving. And that's exactly what we talked about. So I want you all to sign up for your coaching calls. But until you become that man, you're ignorant to all sides of women. And then when you're ignorant to all sides of women, consequently, you can't understand or you can't track or observe a woman's biological preference. You can't, because you don't know what it's like to be preferred until you truly prefer yourself. And when you prefer yourself, you don't want to be anyone other than yourself. When you prefer yourself, you want to be the absolute best version of yourself that you can possibly be. So your observation of her biological preference is based on the preference that you have for yourself. It's really that simple. But becoming that sexually attractive man that's clicking on all cylinders, internally and externally, that sex symbol. To become that man is to lift the ignorant veil of society that society has put over your eyes. Society needs you weak to benefit off of you. And society is your father until you develop a lens to see through the lies that are being sold to you. Once again, society is your father until you develop a lens to see through the lies that are being sold to you. It's really that simple. It's really that simple. And see, society has the indoctrination surrounding women. And this is what they sell to men. The reality surrounding women is that they have something in between their legs that is a pot of gold, something that has way more value than anything you'll ever be able to offer to society or to women. So society is selling you the falsehood of the pot of gold. But you don't understand the lie until you can see through the lie. And you see through the lie by having so many women go against society's indoctrination surrounding them and offering themselves to you that you can now peer into the lies of society and call it exactly what it is. There's a side of women that society does not want you to understand. Because if you understood this side of women, then you cannot be controlled and moved in accordance with the agenda that society has for you. See, society needs ignorant men to take care of underwhelming women. I'll say it again. Society needs ignorant men to take care of underwhelming women. And society and the women are fully aware that society is on their side in terms of perpetuating a false agenda, in terms of the value of puthi. in terms of their value and how they're so much more valuable than men. Women know that this is a lie, but women side with society because they want to get a benefit that they do not qualify for. So they side with society's manipulation because they want to catch a sucker. But see, that's what underwhelming people do. And that's why society needs ignorant men to take care of underwhelming women. Underwhelming people lie and manipulate. That's what they do because they don't qualify for what they really want. So they have to lie and manipulate. An overwhelming woman, a woman who has mastered herself, a woman that's fully aware of the value that she brings to any man, a woman who's not afraid to be herself, her true self. She does not feel the need to lie and manipulate. She feels the need to show up as herself because showing up as herself has always gotten her favorable results. And the lies that society is telling you about women have gotten them unfavorable results. That's why I talked about in my previous video about the true value of Puthi. I want y'all to check that out because it's a lie. If it was so valuable, look at everything that has gotten them. Nothing that is advantageous or progressive for their life. That Puthi has gotten them problems. Women leading with that Puthi, the false value of it has gotten them problems. But see, the overwhelming woman will lead with her qualities. She's not going to make you jump through a million hoops to get close to her sexually because she understands that even when she sees a man that she's sexually attracted to and she chooses him in that manner, that man more than likely still wants to be with her because she understands that her quality is always greater than her Puthi. And so society will say you that lie because society needs ignorant men to take care of underwhelming women. It's really that simple. Because if men truly knew the value of Puthi and their actual value, then the government would have to step up and take care of more women than it does right now. Think of it like this, right? Okay, if 30% of men who are DNA tested were told that they were the fathers of children and they found out after testing that they were not the fathers, do you not think the government doesn't know about this or knows about this? Of course they do. But they need ignorant men to take care of underwhelming women. And so if the matrix wasn't so concerned with false indoctrination concerning men, then mandatory DNA testing at birth would be an automatic because there's too many men taking care of children who aren't theirs. And so that's why you have to monitor and observe and track a woman's her biological preferences. Is something that you have to track because that's the only way you're going to get the best sides of her. You're either sexually attractive or a simp. You've seen me make the video, you've heard me say it before. Because if you don't know all sides of women, you have an ignorance that makes the truth that you should acknowledge a foreign concept to you because you have no awareness of it because you haven't seen all sides of women. And so that sexually attractive man, he understands all sides of women because the type of women that he wants, or women in general, have abandoned what society told you that you have to do to get Puthi, to get close to a woman. And so what happens is that when you become a sexually attractive man, you become that sex symbol, then women are going to offer you a seat at the table with no hoops or games. They're going to offer themselves to you sexually with no hoops or games. And they're going to speak in unison because you've elevated to an irrefutable place when you become that sexually attractive man. The language changes from women. They say you now have a seat at the table. You don't have to do all those things that you used to do. Society programming applies to them, not you anymore. And that's when you understand how real this matrix actually is. And then when enough women do that, now you're not ignorant anymore. Now you can't be societally programmed and manipulated and lied to. You can't accept the false indoctrination. Now you see women for exactly who they are, and you understand the best side of her is going to be given to you when she sees you as her biological first choice, her biological preference. Because women cannot escape their biology. They can shapeshift and manipulate to extract things from men that they're not attracted to, just as society encourages them to do. But when it comes down to it, they can't escape their biology. And that's what I'm thankful for having girlfriends in the past and women that I was, regularly, casually involved with, the same thing happened every time they introduced me to a woman. The same thing happened. And these casual buddies or these girlfriends, maybe they have a roommate, maybe we're out somewhere, we randomly run into one of her friends, or maybe she just feels it's time to introduce me to everyone. Whatever the scenario is, I'm in front of her girlfriends, and it's the same shit every time. She comes back to me and they said, "Oh my God, you're so handsome. Oh my God, you're so handsome." She's perceiving less from these women, that she's not going to tell you the full picture, but they all say the same thing. And in that moment, she understands your value on a biological level. Like, she desires you on a biological level, but then she understands your value because she can see the chatter that surrounds you as a super sexy, attractive man. See, women don't just rely on their biological attraction to you. There's chatter that surrounds you and your name and your appearance that keeps them in check. If they have any false voices in their ear telling them that they can do better than you, the chatter that surrounds your presence will always keep those voices in check. And like I said, those women have said the same thing. Even the younger women I've had, they take you around their younger buddies, and next thing you know, they're coming back to you, almost like with a disappointed look on their face. They like, damn, I've never seen my friends react to a man like that before. And they say that because it's like, oh, I might have to act right with this guy. He is in a power position. Like, I thought I was a bad bitch, but god damn, this nigga's sexy. And so the women are always watching your blind spots and assessing your value. Reference my video, she's watching your blind spots and assessing your value. And so when she can see enough women exhibit uninhibited, uninterrupted lust towards you that you can't even see, that gives her a checks and balance right there. But see, this is the thing. Women are human beings and they have eyes. So they can observe a man who's very attractive, who's not you. And they can admire that man's looks. But she's not going to be tempted to stray because she's satisfied with what she has and she understands the full uh, reality that surrounds the man that she has. So she can see another attractive man and say, okay, he's a good looking man, but she's so satisfied on a biological level with what she has in you, being her husband, boyfriend, or whatever the interaction is that you all have. She's so satisfied that she's constantly weighing things. And she can observe those guys, she can admire those guys, but she can admire you and she can appreciate you. And the appreciation is what keeps her biologically connected to you, because she can see another attractive man, but she can't appreciate him because she doesn't have any experiences with him. She doesn't know the magnitude of man that he is. He doesn't know the level of love that he can develop for her. He's a wild card. He's just a showpiece, just like you. But you're the showpiece that has connected to her, which makes her appreciate you in conjunction with admiring you. And that's why women choose men biologically every day. You never want to crowd a woman. You never want to crowd a woman. You never want to put measures in place to control a woman and her desire for you so that she doesn't stray. Any fear-based proposition is always going to blow up in your face. It's going to be a chaotic experience until it blows up in your face. So you want to give women the freedom to be exactly who they are every day. Give them the freedom to choose you. Because if you know that you're clicking on all biological cylinders and you develop yourself into an amazing man because you take yourself seriously, then there's no need to try to control any woman because you know what's at your disposal. You see how women look at you. You see how your wife's friends look at you. You see how society admires you. So the cornerstone of being a sexy, attractive man is giving women the freedom to choose him every day. She's a human being with free will, and you have to treat her accordingly. So you don't crowd her. You let her go out there into the world. You let her go out there into every part of diverse temptation that she's going to be faced with on a daily basis while you're not there. And you let her go out there and you have peace because you understand the magnitude of man that you are and you desire yourself more than you'll ever desire a woman. So you relinquish any sort of need or inclination to control a woman. You let it go. You let her roam free because her biological admiration for and connection to you is going to bring her home every day. And so you give her the freedom to choose you every day. But it's very important that you don't make the mistake of choosing a woman who is not who you are not her biological preference, because she can't escape her preference. She can't escape it. And so that's why men suffer. Singularly, that's why men suffer, is because they believe the indoctrination of society and they choose women who are clearly showing them that they are not their biological preference. Oh, she bad though. I ain't never had a woman that looked that good. And the crazy part is that I see men marrying women, men around me, marrying women because these women are the baddest, most beautiful women they've ever seen in their life, that's ever breathed in their direction. The relationship starts off with an uneven exchange where she's pedestalized, she's glorified, and all she has to do is exist while he has to put in all of the work. And she has to decide. She's weighing the biological man that she really wants and how she's been disappointed by that man versus this man that's present, that has some things going for himself, but is not stimulating her on a biological and sexual nature imperative. That's a deep conversation that the woman has to have. And I see it because some of my boys, they've married women who cheated on them. And if a woman cheats on you while you're in a relationship with her, that's a clear indication that you are not her biological first choice. Because if you're her biological first choice, there's nothing that can tempt her away from you. She's so satisfied with you based on her lust and desire for you and the connection that she has with you that there's nothing that can be presented to her that would make her want to disconnect from you. And so that's singularly why men are in the positions they're in. 80% of women initiating divorces because these men didn't know what it looked like for a woman to biologically desire them, to be a woman's biological first choice. And so work on yourself to that point because, there was a guy in the comments of my last video. He was saying not every man is going to have that experience as a sexy, attractive man. And it's not feasible to think that way. And my reply to him was like, why not give yourself a chance to see if you can become that man instead of accepting defeat before you even remotely put yourself in the game? Why not push the boundaries of your attractiveness? Why not push the boundaries of your ambitions? Why not push the boundaries of the visions that you have within yourself and go after those things? Why not fall in love with yourself and discover everything that's magical about yourself that will have you be an observable, desirable man? Why not? And if you're watching, why not? I'm your coach. You know it. And I'm saying that to you all as well. Don't think that this is fictitious. Don't think that this is far-fetched. Women do encounter their biological matches. I see it all the times on dating apps, and I'll leave it here. And some of the funniest shit I see on almost a daily basis, man. Where I see a woman that chose me on a biological level within minutes or moments of meeting me. We were having sex. And I see these same women on the dating apps talking about they're not looking for anything casual and, they're looking for a long-term partner, a future, and all the bullshit. Everything that society told her to say. Every lie that society conditioned her to spit to you and that she's in agreement with. And I just sit back and laugh. They talk about, and every woman is different. They meticulously talk about all the things that you're going to have to do for them before you swipe on them. And I'm just sitting there like, damn, man, I didn't have to do a damn thing. And we got right to it because I was able to understand what a woman's biological desire looked like. Why? Because I became a man that a multitude of women invited me to that biological table. And when the women invite you to the biological table that's reserved for sexually attractive men, all they're going to say is, you don't have to do everything you used to do. You don't have to do what they do because now you are you. This has been Matthew C. Horne, author, motivational speaker, and dating coach, bringing you a video tonight just talking about always track her biological preference. Always track her biological preference. It's brought to you by my books, How to Get Beautiful Women and Everything Else You Want from Life, in addition to How to Be Appealing to Successful Black Men for Black Women. They're both available at my website, www.matthewchorne.com. Get your copies. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and to continue to push with the algorithm so I can continue to bring you these elevated messages. And I hear you all in the comments. You want me to make specific videos on particular topics. Those are called custom videos. If you want me to make a video on a topic that you want me to make your video on, your custom video, make a donation of $150 or more to my PayPal or my Cash App information that's in my video description. And there's a note feature on PayPal and Cash App after you make your donation that you can put the title of the video that you want me to make, put it in that note feature, okay? And send the donation, push it through, and then I'll have your video on my channel in 24 hours or less. If your subject matter is more nuanced, is more detailed than just leaving a note on the note feature, you make your $150 more donation, you complete the donation without a note, and you email me at matt@matthewchorne.com with your more nuanced and in-depth description of what you want me to make your video on. Your video will be on my channel in 24 hours or less. And if your thought process has been elevated, if you feel like you're better for having encountered my message, and you deem this is very elevated game, then I want you to make a donation to my PayPal and my Cash App information that's in my video description. I never tell you what to donate. Just donate according to how you've been impacted. And I never take a donation lightly or for granted, because your donations continue to help me to elevate, grow, and move forward, and keeps me in position to bring you this elevated game on a regular basis. You know I'm spitting that real. So y'all make sure y'all show up, support, and y'all donate. Y'all keep me going, okay? If you're in need of coaching, if you have different challenges in the dating space that you're unable to overcome, if your life is circular and you want it to be more progressive, then I'm your dating coach, okay? If you're tired of frustrations, you would rather have breakthroughs, I'm your dating coach. If you need dating coaching, you email me at matt@matthewchorne.com. In the subject matter of the email, you leave coaching. In the body of the email, you leave your name, your phone number, and whatever issue that you're facing in the dating space. I will immediately do an assessment and email you right back with the terms of the coaching. Once you accept the terms, we set a date and time, and the coaching does commence. Easy, streamlined, and thank you to everyone who's signing up for your coaching, because it's a blessing for me to be able to see your breakthroughs happen with the 1 hour session with me, to see your paradigm and your mind shift, to see a new level of self-awareness take place. This is what happens when you get your coaching, so you all reach out to me. I'm still looking for the individuals to fill the remaining slots of the 5 individuals who want to take the year-long coaching journey with me. I have 5 slots, and I have some remaining slots. In this year-long coaching journey, what you're going to get is a minimum of 3 coaching calls per week with me. And these coaching calls are derived from me observing you, deciding exactly where you are, and creating curriculum and creating coaching that is exactly tailored to you right here, right now, with the thought in mind of where you want to be ultimately. So the coaching is progressively over the course of a year, taking you from where you are to exactly where you want to be. And the breakthroughs begin immediately with the very first coaching session. I promise you that. You give me 1 year of your life will never be the same. You also have 24-hour access to me when you sign up for the year-long mentorship program. You can be in a situation with a woman, you can be on a dating app, you can be about to meet a woman, you can be developing feelings for a woman, and it's something new, and you don't want to move in the wrong direction. You can feel a woman's energy changing. Any situation you find yourself in with women, you can contact me, call me, text me, or email me 24 hours a day when you're one of my 5 individuals. And we're also going to meet up in person, no matter where you are in the world. We'll go out together. Once I see that the coaching is taking root and you're elevating and you're changing, then we can meet up in person and I can coach you in person. It's an amazing space, and there's nothing like it. So to sign up for my year-long mentorship program, email me at matt@matthewchorne.com. Leave mentorship in the subject matter of the email. In the body of the email, you leave your name, your phone number, and tell me exactly where you are in life and in the dating space and where you want to be. And I want to do an assessment, and I'm not going to email you back. I want to call you. and we're going to decide if we're a good fit to work with one another over the course of a year. If you want to experience something magical and amazing and life-changing, you sign up for my year-long coaching journey program, okay? Lastly, my dating coaching community on the school platform. I want everyone to sign up, okay? This is very affordable, and this gives you regular access to me on a weekly basis, okay? In my dating coaching community on the school platform, the link to sign up is in the video description. Once a week, every Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I do a monologue on the topic with the members of the community on the live, and then the members of the community are able to communicate with me about whatever I talked about that day. After we're done with that, we have an hour where you can ask me anything that you want to ask me. Anything you want to ask me. I'm your dating coach for an hour every week. There's nothing like it. Okay? And the conversations that we have are very elevated. The coaching is like nothing you've ever experienced. It's an amazing space. Every Zoom that I've had since I started this community is archived in the community. And then I make 2 custom videos every week that are just for the community as well. And those videos are archived as well. So you have dozens of videos in the community, from custom videos to lives that you can binge watch, catch up, just grow and get elevated game. And then you can interact with me in the community as well. And then get on the line with me, get on that live with me once a week. It's nothing like it, man. So you all sign up, okay? The link to sign up will be in the video description. And I hope to see you all there, especially since Monday's right around the corner. That's all I have for you this evening. Thank you all for spending some time with me. And always remember, you must monitor, you must track her biological preference. You must track it, because you're either her preference or you're just a man that she's going to tolerate in between time of the men that she actually prefers. Work on yourself. Believe it's possible to become a sexy, attractive man. Get an invite to the seat at the table. Destroy society's programming so that you realize and you can see the lies that they told you. Get rid of the ignorance and replace that ignorance by truth. Truth only comes about when the stain of reality is stained in your mind. When women offer you a seat at the table and say, you don't have to jump through hoops because you're the offering. That's a side of the coin that exists. And that's the side of the coin that I want you all to experience. I see you all soon.